Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This reading is a quick peek into the collective energy to see what's coming up for you and your person of interest. This is going to be a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation. And release the rest to the universe. New attitude. Well, this is about new behaviors, a change of perspective, being open-minded, and a shifting perspective. And what I'm hearing coming in is that song, I've got a new attitude. And I feel that this is your person because I feel that they have had a change in perspective. They understand this connection now. They have had a massive wake-up call. They see and they understand what is happening in this connection. And they know that it has been divinely inspired and orchestrated by the people upstairs, by the divine, by the higher powers, by God, by the universe, by their angels and guides, whatever that higher power is for your person, because they get it, they see it, they understand it, and they are going through this major transformation and change, and it is happening for them during this time that you are away from each other. Their behavior is going to be very different. They are acknowledging that their behavior towards you in the past was not so great. Actually, they're acknowledging that it pretty much sucked because they allowed toxic behaviors. They allowed dysfunctional habits, perhaps, and behaviors. They allowed low vibration words and actions to negatively impact this relationship because they weren't ready for this connection when the two of you met. But they didn't want to lose the opportunity to get to know you, to spend time with you, because when they first saw you, when they first met you, they were so intrigued and mesmerized by you. By your beauty. You enchanted them and they wanted to see who you were. They were trying to get an understanding of this at the time, and they even knew back then that the two of you belonged together and that you were the one for them, but they were not ready, so they allowed their low vibration words, actions, and behaviors to negatively affect this relationship through self-sabotage, by creating problems, by creating arguments, perhaps blaming all of that on you. But they've had a shift in attitude now, and they see and they understand things so much better because they've had a major shift. They've had a major awakening, and this is what this person has definitely needed to get their act together, not only for you and for this relationship, but for other areas of their life as well. Development. Well, this is about advancement, growth, progression, positive change, and maturity. Well, hallelujah for that last word, maturity. Someone is growing up. Someone is finding that emotional balance. Someone is finding that emotional maturity and stability that they need in order to show back up for you and be the partner who can tell you how they feel, who will show you how they feel. No more words and actions being out of alignment. No more mixed signals or mixed messages. No more having to read between the lines, because your person is going to make sure that you see and understand everything from a much better perspective, because they are going to be able to present this new perspective to you because they have had for themselves a major shift in perspective as well, which I do feel is something that has been so very necessary for them in order to show back up and be the partner that you need them to be. And they need to have hit this place of emotional maturity and stability, because that is what's going to give this relationship much more structure. It is going to allow them to be able to be fully invested in this relationship with their heart, with their soul, with their mind, and of course with their body as well. And that is exactly how they need to be invested in this relationship with you, because that is what's going to allow it to come together and move to the place where the two of you can build a partnership with each other. But positive changes have been happening for your person. They're growing, they're evolving, they're changing. They are finding their spiritual awakening and awareness. They are receiving a lot of personal growth and spiritual growth, getting the life lessons that they need as well. They may have tried to resist these life lessons. They may have tried to run from them as well, because when they met you, they knew their life was going to be different. They knew that they were going to have to change. And that is what they have been resisting. That is what they have been running from growing up. Being emotionally mature, having to be responsible and accountable to you, to this relationship, to the powers that be, to God, to the universe, to the divine, but also to themselves. No more being in that victim mentality. No more blaming others for things that they have done wrong, but owning it, taking responsibility for it. Positive change coming into this relationship because your person has gone through positive changes themselves. But let's see what else is coming through, please. The journey. Well, this is about your journey together as a couple, but it has been a solo journey for all of you for quite some time. There may be a few of you out there that are not in complete separation from your person, but there are times when this journey, these kind of connections, part of this journey is traveled alone. And that is when we have to go through this growth, this development, this shift in perspective, all of the changes that are happening within yourselves during this time that you are away from this person, but also the changes that they have been going through, to give them this fresh approach, to give them this growth that they have needed, to give them this emotional maturity, so that they're not going to need to bail, to run, to deny this connection, to flee, to stick their head in the sand, to ignore you, to ghost you, to stay in this place of no contact. Because when you are emotionally mature, you have conversations with someone when there are problems and issues. You have adult conversations because that is how you handle an adult relationship. Yes, this is correct. And your person has had a lot of epiphanies, transformation. Perhaps they have even gone through this dark night of the soul. And you guys watching this reading, you know what that's like. Going through a dark night of the soul, when your person ran, when they shut down, when they had started this no contact stuff with you. Did you experience that? Because that is a hard thing to go through. But on the other side of it, you are returned to the light of the love of the divine. And this is what your person is working through right now. I do feel that they have been through a dark night for many of you watching the reading, because they have had to look at themselves in the mirror and they have had to say, wow, I really screwed up. I really blew it. What the heck was I thinking? I am really disappointed with myself. I am really disgusted with myself. I'm ashamed of how I acted and behaved. And I know I shouldn't have done this, but I was acting out because I didn't have that maturity that I needed. But I have been doing what I have needed to do during this time that we have been away from each other to hit that place of emotional stability and maturity. It is what has allowed me to gain this new attitude. It's what's allowing me to see the forest through the trees and understand this journey and why we are in each other's lives, actually. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What does the collective need to hear about this person? What is going on with this person? Quality time, togetherness, romance, meaningful dates, getaway, undivided attention. Well, I feel your person does want to spend some quality time with you. They would like to get away for sure as well. They want to start dating. They want romance. They want togetherness. They want to start doing what is necessary to build this relationship back. And they know that they are going to have to earn your trust and your respect again. They know that you're not going to believe in them when they show up. They need to earn it back. Let them do the work, because they feel that they need to show you how they are different, how they have had this shift in perspective, how they have grown, how they have gone through this personal transformation and this awakening, but also how they want to continue this next chapter of this journey with you side by side. Your person needs to show you this by spending quality time with you, by talking to you, by being real and authentic with you, by romancing you, sweet romantic gestures of love and affection, by dating you, by showing you that they are fully invested in rebuilding this relationship with you. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? We'll use some tarot cards for this portion of the reading, guys, and see what else is coming through for this message today, please. The Moon. Well, this is about illusions, dreams, fears, confusion, leaving all of these illusions in the past because your person has had this shift in perspective and they have this new attitude. And what are illusions? Well, illusions are our fears. They are our insecurities. They are our self-doubt, our lack of confidence, our old emotional baggage and wounds and everything else, because the moon helps us isolate those things. It shines a light on those things that are deep within our subconscious that we have ignored for a long time, and shows us what we need to fix, what we need to heal, what we need to release, and what we need to let go of. And this is part of the reason why your person has had this shift in perspective, this new attitude, because they have been working on releasing all of these fears and these illusions and these insecurities and everything else, because your person wants to come back and rebuild this relationship, dreaming about you all the time, wondering if you are dreaming about them as well, with this moon card showing up. But let's see what else we need to hear about this person and this connection. What do we need to hear? What is coming through for this message today, please? The King of Cups. Well, the King of Cups is someone who has emotional maturity, emotional stability, someone who has gained wisdom, someone who is ready to love, someone who can talk about their feelings, who will back up their talk with their actions, who will provide sweet romantic gestures of love and affection, so you never doubt ever again how this person feels about you. Your person has grown up, or they are growing up, with this King of Cups showing up. The King of Cups is all about someone who has gained a lot of wisdom, someone who has gone through a lot of positive changes, someone who has hit that place of emotional maturity and stability and is ready to be kind, considerate, and generous with their love and affection towards you. And this will be one of the changes that you see in your person, because they want to continue this next phase of their journey for this lifetime, having quality time with you by their side, building a better relationship together, building a relationship where love is the foundation, not being afraid to tell you how they feel or show you how they feel, because your person is going to be vulnerable and open with you, letting down their guard, opening their heart, letting you in so that you can experience true emotional vulnerability and emotional intimacy with this person. Let's see what else we need to know about this message today, please. What else does the collective need to hear about this person and this connection? This is the Four of Swords. Well, this is about your person doing what is necessary by having those conversations with themselves on the inner planes. It is about someone who is withdrawn. It is about someone who is in that place of isolation, very much like the Hermit card. It is someone who is quiet, who is someone who has not been conversing with you very much outwardly in the 3D world, but through this space of reflection and looking at themselves, they have done this growth. They have done this awakening. They are going through these changes and this transformation, and they are healing and releasing all of the things, all of this baggage, all of these illusions that have held them back from this togetherness, from this romance, from being able to have a much better partnership, a much better relationship with you. But as well, I feel that this Four of Swords, what I'm hearing is your person wants to relax with you when the two of you get back together, spending quality time together, having a getaway, going away, taking a trip, going on a journey together where you can get to know each other again, where you can rediscover each other, because you are both different, you are both evolved, and you have both been through this transformation during the time you've been away from each other. So it is going to be worth exploring, getting to know one another again. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What is coming through? The Ace of Swords. Well, the Ace of Swords is all about a breakthrough. It is all about your person having a massive wake-up call. It is about them being able to see the truth. They see reality. They can see the light. Hallelujah. And that light is staying on in their head, but more importantly, in their heart. Because your person wants to reach out and communicate with you because they are making decisions about how they're going to come back in your direction, figuring out how they're going to present themselves to you again, how they're going to apologize, how they're going to tell you how they feel, how they are going to explain all of this to you so that you can have your own breakthrough, your own understanding. Because your person will speak the truth. They know that they need to give you clarity about why they acted the way they did, about why they allowed this disconnect to happen between the two of you. But now, during the time you've been away from each other, because they have gone through so much transformation and growth, they're going to be able to do that. And they want you to see that it was because they were broken in the past. Not as an excuse. They're going to explain all of it to you so that you have clarity, so that you have understanding, so that you can listen to their truth and then decide how you are going to respond to that. But your person, based on what we're seeing today, has gone through so much change, so much transformation that you're going to be surprised when they return, because they're going to return wanting to spend a lot of time with you, wanting to romance you, wanting to go on dates, wanting to give you their undivided attention, wanting to travel, wanting to tell you how they feel about you, being emotionally intimate and vulnerable with you as well. Because your person understands now so much more about this connection and why you are in each other's lives, and they want to come back to you so that you can rebuild and continue this journey together. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching and allowing us to share your journey. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.